pretty sure most people have read or written a story before, at least once. And if you haven't, I don't know where you are. So if you can't tell by the title or thumbnail, this video is going to be all about my stories that I've written. Currently, as I'm speaking, I have only written like 30 stories, which is a lot. So since I've written a bunch of stories, I'm not going to pick in chronological order. I'm just going to pick the 3 I like most. And since I already picked the 3 I like most, number 3, SpongeBob is better than Bluey. Yes, that's the literal name of the document. Now you might be asking, wait, I thought this was about stories, not opinion essays. And yes, I kind of lied. But I remember making this in 5th grade because literally the whole class, including the teacher, liked Bluey. Right now, I don't really mind Bluey. It's not that bad of a show. But in 5th grade, I don't know what I had against the Australian dog. I just hated the show for no apparent reason. So when my teacher said that we were writing an opinion essay, I knew what I was going to be writing about. Do you want to know what the first sentence was? It goes like this. Most of the people in my classroom, or in the school, even my teacher, thinks Bluey is the best. But I'm here to prove them wrong. Yeah, it was embarrassing. Well, not for me back then, apparently. But I remember when I read the first sentence, the teacher was laughing so hard. Anyways, moving on. Number 2, Grimm. Wait. For some context, back then I loved writing sci-fi and fantasy stories. And if I was ever to write a story, it would be one of those 2 genres. This one is fantasy, and I'm pretty sure this is the longest story on the list, so let me summarize. Bob, a 12-year-old boy who dies, gets put in purgatory to play hide and seek with Grimm, and if he wins, he lives. He won, so he went to find his friend Frank, but when he rang the doorbell to Frank's house, it attracted a shrieker that tried to kill Bob, but shortly after, died to Frank. Then they went on a yapping session about going to get God's help in heaven or something, and then they drove away to meet God. But 500 shriekers were blocking their path. So, Bob used a secret technique from a random manual that I didn't even mention where it's even from and kills them all. After that, they asked God at a random water fountain in the middle of the woods for help, and it for some reason worked. And they had a huge epic battle in heaven, but then Bob gets absolutely annihilated by Grimm in one shot. But, for some reason, Bob also kills Grimm in a single shot. Then Frank came to the cemetery to cry at Bob's grave, but then also dies. Yeah. I don't know why, but I loved making main characters just randomly die at the end of the story. But honestly, I think this story was pretty good for being in 5th grade. But looking at it now, it's slop. This would be my number 1 if it wasn't for... Wait, I almost forgot about honorable mentions. There's really only one honorable mention I would put on this list. That one being Top Secret Whipped Cream. Yeah, that's the literal name. This is also not a real story, but I just wanted to mention it. So 2 of my friends and I used to create documents that we would share to each of us, and we would just mess around in the document. So why did I pick this one in particular? Well, it's the funniest. Why? Because it was just this random paragraph that in the middle of some parts it would randomly say cream, or the other way around. Anyways, number 1, The Thing series. This is the only book I made into a series, and that's why it landed in this spot. The first book in the series, which I made in 3rd grade, was a horror book, since I was into the Goosebumps book. And the monster in my book, I got the idea from one of the Goosebumps book, which had a pink blob. So since I split the series into 3 books, I'll have to summarize them quickly. First book, The Thing in the Attic. A kid named Zach was at his house with his family until his sister ran down screaming, so his family ditched him for some reason. So Zach went to watch TV until he heard a loud bang in the attic. So he went into the attic and saw 2 test tubes, but then the thing growled and Zach ran. Then he planned to put him in the sunlight, but it didn't work, so the thing grabbed him by the neck and dragged him up the stairs, and then plot twist in time and killed his sister. But his parents hated him after that. Second book, The Thing in Time. Zach gets stuck in different periods of time trying to make his parents not hate him. Simple. Third book, The Thing versus Zach. The Thing is trying to find the glove of power, while Zach is trying to find all the watches of time. They both find their powers and then fight each other, and guess who wins? No one. They both die. But yeah, that's all the stories that I really liked. All of these stories just really stuck with me, and I had actual fun making them. Except Top Secret Whipped Cream. Please, just get out of my life.